Hi everybody, it's Jeff here with this week's weekly wisdom bite. Do you over effort in your meditation? If you're like many meditators, you're probably exerting far too much effort in your meditation. Meditation actually takes very little effort. So how do we stop over efforting? Well, that's the subject of this week's weekly wisdom bite. Weekly wisdom bites are bite-sized meditation pointers that are specifically designed to up-level your meditation practice so that you regularly experience profound and powerful meditations. If you're like many people, many meditators, the truth is that you're probably over-efforting. Now, how do we recognize if we're over-efforting? Well, typically that'll show up in a couple of different ways. One is our body will tend to feel tense or tight. So that's sort of the physical manifestation of it. And the mental manifestation is that our mind will be highly active. Right? There'll be a kind of restlessness to the mind. The mind seems like a runaway elephant. Or to use the Buddhist term, we'll have a bad case of monkey mind. You see, over-efforting is often the result of a subtle sense of needing to get someplace and to have some particular type of experience. Right? There's a kind of subtle exertion to experience something that isn't here. And so if we find ourselves over-efforting, there's a couple different things we can do. One of them is just to remember this simple, pithy saying, not too loose, but not too tight. Right? We want to find that sweet spot in between being too tight and too loose. If we're too tight, our mind tends to go crazy. And if we're too loose, then our mind gets hazy and foggy. So another thing that we can do to help us if we're struggling with over-efforting is to simply take in a deep breath and exhale. And as we exhale, just let go of all that seeking energy, all that excess energy, and then just resume your meditation as normal. So the next time that you find yourself struggling with over-efforting, feeling the mind is like a runaway elephant, or you're noticing that tightness and tension in different parts of the body, just try those two pointers and see how it works for you. So that's this week's Weekly Wisdom Bite. I hope you found this episode helpful. And if you did, let me know in the comments below. And if you have a suggestion for one of these Weekly Wisdom Bites, put that in the comments as well. I'll be happy to do a segment on that. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you next week. It's Jeff signing off.